Hello everyone, welcome to Homework Help. If you find the video useful, please subscribe to the channel. In this video, we'll solve a related rates word problem. As per the problem, at noon, ship A leaves a location and is moving due east at a rate of 10 kilometers per hour. 1 hour later, ship B starts to leave the same location and is moving at a rate of 15 kilometers per hour in the direction north 30 degrees east. Find the rate of change of distance between the two ships at 3 p.m. The first step is to draw a diagram for this problem to show the directions in which the two ships are moving. As per the problem, ship A is moving due east. Let's assume the ships are starting from point O. Ship A is moving to the right at a speed of 10 kilometers per hour. Ship B is moving in the direction north 30 degrees east at a speed of 15 kilometers per hour. North is in the upward direction and east is to the right. So this angle is 30 degrees. The main directions are north, south, east and west. As per the problem, ship A leaves at noon and ship B leaves 1 hour later. The next step is to draw another diagram for this problem to show the distances traveled by the two ships in T hours since noon. For that, we have to use the formula distance equals speed times time. Let's assume the ship A travels for T hours. Ship A's speed is 10 kilometers per hour. So the distance traveled by ship A is 10t. Since ship B starts 1 hour later, ship B will travel for t minus 1 hours. So the distance traveled by ship B can be calculated as 15 times t minus 1 because the speed of ship B is 15 and the time for which it travels is t minus 1 hours. Now we can draw the diagram. Ship A travels the distance 10t kilometers and ship B travels the distance 15 t minus 1 kilometers. The distance between these two ships t hours after noon can be shown by this third side in this triangle. Let's assume this distance is x. The direction of motion of ship B makes an angle of 30 degrees with the north direction. This is given in the problem. That means the measure of angle O in this triangle is equal to 90 degrees minus 30 degrees, which is equal to 60 degrees. Because north and east directions are perpendicular to each other, they make a 90-degree angle with each other. This is a very important concept we need to understand and memorize. We have to find the rate of change of distance between the two ships. That means we have to find dx over dt. And we have to find this rate of change at 3 p.m. Since the starting time for ship A is noon, that means we have to find dx over dt for t equals 3 hours. This is an important concept we need to understand to solve this type of problem. In order to find dx over dt, we need to write an equation for variables x and t. For that, we can analyze the triangle OAB. This is an acute angle triangle. It is not a right angle triangle. In this triangle, I found the lengths of sides OA and OB in terms of t, and the length of side AB is x, and we know the measure of angle O, which is opposite to side AB. So we can use cosine law to write an equation for this triangle with variables x and t. Since the 60-degree angle is opposite to side x, we should start writing the cosine law equation with side x. This is the equation as per cosine law. Now we can simplify this equation. Square of 10t is 100t square. Square of 15 is 225. And we can square t minus 1 as well. 2 times 10 times 15 is equal to 300. Cos of 60 degrees is equal to 1 over 2. Next, we can expand the square on t minus 1. We should multiply t minus 1 by itself. In the next term, we can multiply 300 and half. I get 150. Next, we can use FOIL method to distribute the terms in the parentheses. Next, we can distribute negative 150t into the parentheses. We should multiply both terms in the parentheses by negative 150t. I get negative 150t squared plus 150t. We can combine the like terms in the parentheses. Negative t minus t is equal to negative 2t. Next, we can distribute 225 into the parentheses. Next, we can combine like terms. We can combine the t square terms. 100 plus 225 minus 150 is equal to 175 t square. Next, we can combine the t terms. Negative 450 plus 150 is equal to negative 300 t plus 225. Next, we can change x squared to x by applying square root to both sides. Since x represents side length, it should be positive. It cannot be a negative value. We have to find the derivative of this equation with respect to t to find dx over dt. Next, we should change the square root to rational exponent 1 over 2. Now we can use chain rule to find the derivative. On the left side, the derivative of x with respect to t is dx over dt. On the right side, we have to use chain rule. This term has an inner function 175t squared minus 300t plus 225. which is a polynomial function, and the outer function is exponent 1 over 2. As per chain rule, we start with the derivative of the outer function. We have to use power rule. We move the exponent 1 over 2 to the front of the term and subtract 1 from 1 over 2 in the exponent. Times the derivative of the inner function. The inner function is 175t squared minus 300t plus 225. In the first term, 175 is the coefficient of the term, so it will stay as it is. The derivative of t squared with respect to t is 2t. In the second term, negative 300 is the coefficient, it will stay as it is. The derivative of t with respect to t is 1. And 225 is a constant, its derivative is equal to 0. Now we can simplify this equation. In the second parentheses, 175 times 2 is equal to 350, and 300 times 1 is 300. The 0 goes away. We have to find dx over dt at 3 p.m. So we should sub in t as 3 in this equation for dx over dt. Three square is 9. 175 times 9 is equal to 1575. Negative 300 times 3 is negative 900. Three 350 times 3 is 1050, and 1050 minus 300 is 750. One 1575 minus 900 plus 225 is equal to 900. Next, we should make the exponent on 900 positive by moving it to the denominator with 2. Nine hundred to the power half is equivalent to 30. Seven 750 over 60 can be reduced to 12.5 or 25 over 2, and the unit is kilometers per hour. Because that's the given rate of change, this should be the final answer for this problem. So these are the steps you have to keep in mind to solve a problem like this one. I hope you'll find this video useful. Please share it, like it, and subscribe to Homework Help. Thank you very much and have a nice day. Bye.